Hello, my YouTube friend. Jason is always telling me I should make YouTube videos while talking and driving. So I try and get boom mic. Seems to work. And I figure let you watch the sunset and traffic. Oh yeah, I should clean my windshield, right? Half that's on the inside. Anyways, I did think of something. I don't know if you, my YouTube friend, if you're an activist of any type, but I would hope to think that you're a peaceful protester at most, and maybe a petitioner of sorts. But I watch a lot of news. Sorry, I listen to a lot of news that everybody else watches, because I have that kind of time. I really do have that kind of time. But I don't mention it on any of my YouTube videos, because why? There's already enough people talking about news, politics. But I have noticed a trend. Oh, people are not driving with their lights on. You can't hardly make out the vehicles because they're not driving with their lights on. Yeah, see, this just goes to show, turn on your lights. Ugh. Sorry, it's bumpy through here. But I noticed a trend during the last couple of years, and I heard this phrase before, but it wasn't really a thing. But the last couple of years, yeah, I would hear it a lot. And usually it would start out like somebody goes to a protest for injustice or against big ag, big pharma, big log company, big government. They were protesting big this or big that, and the crony this and the crony that. But here in the last couple of years, I'd hear this phrase again, and they'd go to a government building and start their mostly peaceful protests there. And then when it hits dark, there's fireballs and basically building destruction, in the neighborhoods. The average Joe is getting his building torn down. I believe there was like 25 murders directly related to these mostly peaceful protests. And there's a phrase that kept coming up. And every time somebody would say this phrase, it basically meant they would start out peaceful, and then when it would get dark or past a certain amount of time or a certain amount of people show up, there'd be a diversity of tactics, as in it would get real, as in real violent. So I had to go back and look at this phrase, and it usually was now a lot of these movements would debate on, especially the civil rights movement, would debate on how much violence is okay. Martin Luther King won. Well, then he lost because they shot him. But the non-violence, basically get that in the media. Oh, and the media loved it. They're going to show up and show people getting the crap beat out of them. Turned out that didn't look so good. You know, the officer of the peace, the officer friendly, turns out to be, well, a psychopath. They still are. But anyways, if you ever, say, go to a thing that's supposed to be mostly peaceful to petition your government, say like that last Trump rally, it wasn't a normal Trump rally. Anybody who paid attention realized it was not going to be a normal Trump rally. Who would have a Trump rally when you lose? I mean, usually it's like an okay, go home party. We'll try again next year. Don't forget to keep donating, because there's always next time. No, it was different. Anybody who thought about going, there was always a friend who said, "Don't do it." And it was mostly peaceful, but turns out there was an antagonist. But somehow they never caught this antagonist in the building. And then the FBI mysteriously could not seem to find this person. Yet we have yet to see any footage from the government end. You know they have cameras all over the Capitol building. How could they not? I mean, hello, it's the federal government. The federal government is paranoid that we're out to get them. I mean, when they put libertarians on a terrorist watch list, you know they're paranoid. Because libertarians aren't violent. They're more like, leave me alone. No, I'm not voting. Now leave me alone in my sinkhole in the ground. Well, you know the government's paranoid, so there should be tons of recording on that. And there's not. Well, there is. Because people love to post stuff to their social media pages. The internet. The average Joe that on the internet, lots of them, Joes and Janes, found this mysterious person that the FBI couldn't identify, named him, pulled out his social media, went through it. Hell, even at the scene they were calling this guy a Fed or cop or whatever. So if you ever hear like, oh, you're going to go down and protest this or that, and you get there and some speaker says, we're going to do this, this, and this, but don't forget to respect the diversity of tactics, run away. You know, I went and looked this up, you know, on the internet, where this original phrase came from. And usually it was small protests trying to make a big impact against big business or big government. Because obviously they're obsolete. One's obsolete and one's crony. And you get them together and I'm not sure what government actually does. Okay, we're not at 10 minutes yet. I said I would stop at 10 minutes. But anyways, now think about this. The president really doesn't do anything because the executive branch is already, you know, it's full of staff that are appointed for life. They never change out until like somebody gets a promotion, an attaboy, you know what I mean? So the president is pretty much useless. And that's just not because it's Joe Biden. Okay, it's not. That's not why. You would think a crazy man like Trump would have got more done. Nope. Presidency's pretty much made itself obsolete. Hey, football, get your butt out of my face. Let's see. Congress has made itself obsolete. He made a department of this and department of that and department of this, and when the Congress can call out, I don't know, the IRS or some department head of the CIA or the FBI or I don't know, pick an alphabet soup, and the answer is I plead the fifth, or I can't answer that. What's a congressman gonna do? You got to. You and what army's gonna make me? Oh wait, Congress has what? The Capitol Police? Yeah, they were a pushover. That went well. Pelosi's gonna fix that nonsense. All right, then. Okay, well, you saw the Supreme Court. Maybe they can save our country. No, they don't have a police force. They can't enforce anything. They told Trump to do this and Biden to do that, and the executive branch was like, yeah, sure, we'll get right on that. Never anytime soon. Yeah. So even if the Supreme Court says this or that, it's not going to matter in the end. So the original three branches of government are just there to, I don't know, launder our money, steal from us. Yeah, literally like write IOUs for us to them and our children. They're not there to do anything. Oh, write more code for the books for some department head to fill in later. They never read those bills. Those aren't amendments to our Constitution. Those are code. When the Supreme Court justice doesn't even know the law. Anyways, I'm just saying, if you ever hear the phrase diversity of tactics, run away. Shit's about to get violent. So that's it, my YouTube friend. It's been 10 minutes. Just mind your P's and Q's if you ever go to a peaceful protest. It may not be mostly peaceful. Thanks again for listening to this. Oh, and as always, turn on your lights at dusk, including your tail lights. It really does help. Shut up, truck. Nobody likes you.